Round 16, all 9 games this week, which is really good. Once again, I'm here joined by the lovely Melly. And if you want to see something quick, this preview is going to be quick because, as you can see, the Hawks are on. Melly's already gone. She's going to go watch the game. She's off. See you later, Melly. Show your tail to everyone. That's it. Bye-bye. All right. So let's get started. We've got the game going. Got the stats going. Let's get the ladder going. Start it up. Top of the table clash this week. It's Rangers Anonymous on top on 40 points. Renegades are second. They're 40 points. Separated by points 4, which is really good. I'm rolling a third. No one knows how, but they're third. Oh, by the way, I'm braid to my man, Dwayne Wade. Gone to the Bulls now, but I'll get a Bulls heat top. But it's all about Philly and the Sims now. Let's do it. Anyway, back to bar. This isn't the basketball wire. This is footy wire. So, anyway, Ask Kickers United are 4th. Jabroni's a 5th. Sugar Daddy's a 6th. All those from 3rd to 6th are separated by 4 points. And then 6 points behind 6th is Gods of Olympus on 26. 2 points behind him, No Dumplings and Second Destroyer on 24. And Fennec just going to try to wreck everyone's hopes and dreams to make the finals this week. He's going to try to get me. But anyway, that's the ladder. So yeah, 4 rounds to go. So it's going to be a real exciting ladder coming up, which is really, really good. I look forward to going through it all. So, but anyway, let's get started. First game this week is Dan Cole's I'm Rolling versus Seek and Destroy. I believe, by the way, no music this week, but I do believe we're going to have the stats of the game. So let's get that started. So anyway, I'm Rolling versus Seek and Destroy. 303 projection for I'm Rolling. Seek and Destroy projected for 270. So let's have a look at I'm Rolling's team first. First of all, full forward this week is Lindsay Thomas. And half forward is Tom Hawkins, playing tomorrow night against Geelong. Nick Rewald is in utility this week. So whether he stays or not, see what happens. He has got Chad Wingard as his loophole player, so he may, want to see what happens there. Lockie Hunter and Kate Simpson in the midfield. They're fantastic midfield. They're going to get almost 50 points every week, so he won't change those. Tom Hickey in the ruck, because I believe he doesn't really have any other options, if I'm looking at it properly. Andrew Swallow at halfback, and Chris Main as the tackler. That's his team. As I said, Chad Wingard's a loophole player. Chad Wingard at the moment has got 2 handballs and 1 mark. So look, he gets a couple goals from him. Probably change. He always has a good game against Hawthorn, the bastard. Anyway, he has got some options this week. Levi Greenwood has been managed, but Taylor Adams is back, so no doubt we'll probably see Taylor Adams get a game, and he is playing against his old side, GWS. Piers Hanley is in the side. Ben Cunnington's back this week as well, and he's also got Elliot Yeo and Jack Nunes to choose from. So that's Coley's team, projected for 303. He should get the win this week against Seek and Destroy. Coley, I can't believe Coley's actually projected to get over 300. That's amazing in itself, really. But anyway, let's have a look at Seek and Destroy now. Projected for 270. 270. Full forward, Charlie Dixon. Charlie Dixon's playing at the moment. Charlie Dixon, I believe he's got donuts. Well, 1 kick. Good on you, Charlie. Mark LeCroix at half forward this week. He's up against North Melbourne. So he always has a good game at Domain Stadium. North Melbourne actually have got, their defence isn't that good. And I heard a stat for those who've got Jack Daly and Josh Kenny and stuff. North Melbourne are the worst one-on-one defending side. Jack Stevens at utility this week. He's always going to stay there. Hopefully he has a better week than what he did last week. He's up against Essendon, so he probably should. That sucks. Someone just scored a goal. Port Adelaide. Who's that? Wingard. There you go, Coley. Jack McRae, that's where I was. Jack McRae in the midfield. James Kelly also in the midfield. Whether that changes, see what happens. He is stuck. He's got Sam Lockwood as a ruck. Decided not to play McKernan this week. Leuenberger got injured. Jamar also injured and suspended. Didn't want McKernan. Stanley's been dropped. I don't even think he's got Stanley anyway. So yeah, that's stuck with Sam Michael, who's been named centre half back. So that should be interesting. Dion Presser is half back, and his tackler is Ollie Wines. Ollie Wines at the moment has got donuts. Nothing on the board. He's got his interchange player as a loophole player as Travis Boak. Travis Boak, 4 possessions, 2 kicks, 2 handballs, and a tackle. Oh, look at that! Wingard's goal's now a point. Unlucky. See, if we had Foxtel over here and not Channel 7, we would have been able to see that and not see commercial break. Come on, Channel 7 commercial breaks. Anyway, Stick Destroy got a few options. David Armitage, you can play him against Essendon. Probably is a better option, I reckon, to play somewhere. Libber's back. He's got Blitzvast. Maybe Blitzvast might be better in the ruck than Sam Michael. Have to think about that because Blitzvast will still play some in the ruck, especially since Sydney haven't really got a ruckman. He didn't play Brad Ebert. Brad Ebert at the moment, 2 tackles. He's really a tackler anyway. Griffin was named injured as well, and he's got Ballantyne. Tom Lynch isn't getting the run either, but Tom Lynch could still come in the side because, once again, teams are locked out tomorrow night. So that's his team there. Realistically, without a ruck, I can't believe it, but I think Coley's going to win. Coley's, yeah, let's hear what Coley says about his stats of the game.
It's time for
Coley.
Our first game, Rollers versus Seek and Destroy, and the stat of the game here is all about Princess Leia. Princess Leia is what the stat of the game is. Now, the reason it's Princess Leia is Vossi's going to be saying, "Help me, Jack Stephen, you're my only hope." That is, "Help me, Jack Stephen, you're my only hope." Stat of the game, unless Jack Stephen scores 125, Vossi's got no chance, Princess Leia or not.
All right, thank you, Coley. For those who don't know, Coley videos this and then comes back and edited it all and puts it all together. So I don't know what Coley said. Anyway, let's have a look at the next game. It is Michael. His is the away side this week. He is against No Dumplings. No Dumplings projected for 308. Gods of Olympus projected for 330. Massive score there. So let's have a look at No Dumplings team. Stevie J is at full forward. Eddie Betts at half forward. He's missed out already. Looks like Jay Schultz has kicked the goal, which is one more than last week. Who kicked that goal, Mick? Ruckman. I don't know. I didn't see it. Anyway. Tringo. That sucks. Anyway, Steve Johnson full forward. Eddie Betts half forward. Scotty Pennery's at utility. Had a great game last week. Got 80 plus points, so he'll be at utility. Heath Shaw is a welcome addition back, as is David Mundy there. The midfield spots this week for Dasher. Brody Grundy in the ruck after a poor week last week. He's gone with Brody Grundy. Probably really, I know McAvoy's playing as a second fielder ruckman, but probably really should have gone McAvoy this week. He's up against no ruckman in Trengove. I mean, Trengove really waits for the hit house to come and happens. And McAvoy already has got, I don't know, 2 hit outs. Probably more than what Grundy will get. So yeah, but that's his choice. McVeigh's in the midfield. Pavlich is forward. No Zach Clark. Oh, you've got Jonathan Griffin back. Put Jonathan Griffin in the ruck. He's back for the ruck this week. Oh, he's against Mitch Gorn though. And Mitch Duncan also is in your team, so maybe Griffin won't be a good choice this week, but you never know. So that's Dash's team project for 308. Oh, you have got a welcome addition of, I think, your halfback and tackler. Halfback Josh Kelly, Mitch Robinson tackler, as you can tell, I'm in a rush. So it's a welcome addition, Robinson back. Jack Zebel is your interchange player. Didn't decide to play Westhoff or Schultz as a loophole player. Didn't want to go that way this week. Westhoff has got 2 possessions and a tackle. So there. All right. And no Stringer this week against Richmond. And Richmond is playing a lot of young kids. So maybe he doesn't want to see Stringer hurt his own side. Maybe that might be the reason. So, yeah. And I noticed he didn't play Kieran Jack either. Maybe he's a bit worried about his daddy issues. Mind you, his missus is pretty odd, isn't she? Bloody hell. Piss off, Port Adelaide. Anyway, let's go to the next one now. The Gods of Olympus, 330. He has gone with Jack Darlin at full forward and Jack Rewalt at half forward for a double Jacks, 2 Jacks. So, yeah, it's a Jack of a forward line, that. It's also got Jack Redden available if he wants to play him, but probably won't. Kieran Jackson on the other side. Jacks everywhere. Jack Zeebel's on the bench. It's a complete jack off, isn't it? Utility, Stephen Caniglio. And still side bottom is the midfield as well as Sam Doherty. That's going to stay like his midfielders all the time. He has got the option of bringing Jason Johannesson back. He's back from injury. You've also got Luke Shuey to choose from, but we'll go through those in a minute. Todd Goldstein, welcome back in the ruck against Scott Lysette. You think Goldstein will have the better of it there. Tommy Rockcliffe back to halfback after his week off. Speculation around Rockcliffe, whether he's going to be with the Gods of Olympus next year or not. It's a few clubs are after him. Yeah. And Matt Prentice is a tackler. I think Matt Prentice is a better tackler than halfback, to be honest. He's got Isaac Smith at his loophole. Isaac Smith at the moment is staying on the bench, 4 possessions. It is the start of the game. Someone's hurt. Ebert, good, stay down. Oh, blood, he'll be right. So the people that he's got available for him, as I said, Jack Redden, Luke Shuey, Sinclair's available to put in the ruck, but he probably won't. And Drew Petrie, nah. As I said, Jason Johannesson, second game back at the 88 Stadium, probably have a good game. And Alex Fasolo is also back for Michael, so he can choose him instead of Jack Darling if he wishes to do so. So Brady Smith, Magic Door, probably the only changes there. Maybe might be Henderson coming in, but I can't see that really happening. So that's the teams there. Projections, Michael should win. Especially with, he's got his full side back, so Michael should really get the win here. But this is an 8-point game. Whoever loses this, effectively gone, really. Effectively, they are gone, whoever loses this game. It is an 8-point game, so we'll see what happens with that one. But good luck, boys.
It's time for
Dumplings versus Gods. Stat of the game's all about front page headlines here. Will the front page be Dasher doesn't make finals for the 47th year in a row? Or will the front page headline be defending champ follows the same path of his brother and cannot now make finals? Either way, it's going to be a front page headline. Dumplings for the 47th time in a row. Mick to have the premiership hangover and be game over. This game was going to be an absolute ripper.
Next game, as you can tell I'm trying to rush through these. Jabronis, the highest scoring powerful Jabronis, probably his average 320 over the whole bye periods, which is really good. It's a great draft in there. So 327 for Jabronis. He's up against Sugar Daddy's 315. This is another 8-point game as well. Both teams on the same amount of points, separated by points 4. So it could be an absolute cracker of a game, really. Let's start it off. Josh Bruce at full forward and Tom Mitch at half forward. Doesn't really change. He's decided not to play Gunston, so that tells me that he hasn't done his side. Must still be in Hawaii. Gunston at the moment has kicked 1 goal. So, yeah, see if that costs him in the end. Who knows? But also, he's still got time to put players like Lockie Neal and stuff in his team, but he hasn't done that yet. Lukey Parker at utility after his 100 and whatever last week. Lee Montagna and Bernie into the midfield. They stay at his. Look at Cyril punching them on. Come on, Cyril. Come on, Cyril. What's the score, by the way? Oh, put that later up. All right. Sam Jacobs in at the ruck. He's against Carlton this week against his old team, so he'll probably have a good game. And Dusty Martin at halfback. I think, look, you're in Hawaii, whatever you're doing, Dusty Martin's on halfback, get him out of there, put him somewhere else. Tom Mitchell at tackler. And yeah, the interchange, I won't pay attention. Did they kick another goal? Damn. All right. But Tom Mitchell could be coming to the Hawks. That'll be good, wouldn't it? So anyway, Jake didn't play Jack Gunston. He's got the options with Lockie Neal and Stephen Hill. Kobe Stevens is back. Josh Hill's back. He's got Miles, Menzel, McGovern. So he's got a few options there. Probably want to take Lysett out of interchange, put someone else. But all in all, that's his team. The only real thing he's missed out there is Jack Gunston. So, yeah, unlucky there. But it's projected for 327. Can't complain, can he? So let's have a look at the team he's playing against, which is Sugar Daddy's 315. Jeremy Cameron. I know he's averaging 3 goals a game, but he's been out of form, in my opinion. He hasn't been that great. He's at full forward. And Redpath at half forward. Mays Redpath kept his spot. Thought he would have got dropped and Minson stayed, but that's the way it is. Half forwards. Redpath hasn't been that good lately. Maybe he wants to take him out and put a Stevie Motlop, or who hasn't been great either, but someone else in there. Jared Waite's still out, so yeah. Gary Ablett back to his best at utility, and Bottom Pally in the midfield. Callum Ward is also in the midfield, and Max Gore in the ruck. Max Gore always does really well, doesn't he? Adam Shaw halfback, and Mitch Wallace in at tackler. He has got Robbie Gray at interchange loophole player, so maybe Robbie Gray, if he kicks a couple of goals, might be there. Robbie Gray at the moment has only got the 3 possessions, and that's it, really. So other options: Delilio on the bench, Motlop on the bench, Del Santo on the bench, Darcy Paris on the bench, and Brett Harvey is also on the bench. So there are his options. Delilio could be the best option to bring in there, but all in all, it's a pretty good side. Projected 315. The one thing maybe to look at changing, maybe Jack Redpath for someone else, but Redpath is back at Etihad Stadium, and he'll be up against Rance, but who knows? So yeah, that's that team there. Projection: Jabronis, Sugar Daddies. Sugar might fall a bit further behind this week. Jabronis is on fire. So yes. All right. So let's go to the next game now. First of all, sorry, Coley starts the game again. Sorry, didn't introduce him last time either.
It's time for
Jabronis versus Sugars. Stat of the game here is both these sides are going to be really, really happy to get rid of the bye. Both of them won their first game in the bye rounds, lost their second, and they're coming off losses last week. Stat of the game, these are two quality sides, 5th versus 6th on the ladder. Both are really going to enjoy the fact that they don't have to put up with the bye rounds. This should be an absolute ripper.
All right, next game, guys. It is Maltese Falcons, projected for 327 versus Godzilla Olympus, projected for 323. Throw the game, Fenny. Throw the game. Anyway, Fenny's got Josh Jenkins against Carlton at full forward and Jack Watts at half forward after his big game last week up against Freo. Danger is in utility tomorrow night at Simmons Stadium, and he's got Gaff and Shields in at the midfield. Tom Nichols in the ruck against Brisbane. Big Q clash fight night there apparently. And Trent Conchon is at a halfback with Ed Curnow as the tackler. So not a bad little starting lineup there. He has got Ben Brown interchange. He missed out on a couple of interchange plays there. I mean, he's interchanged Aaron Young and Jasper Pittard. Pittard's got 4 kicks at the moment, so he didn't choose him to even try as a loophole, but bad luck. Options, a few Carlton boys in Cruiser and Cripps. First time Cripps has probably missed out this year, sorry, he missed out at the start of the year, but he's been playing for a while. Danaher, after his big game last week, isn't playing, and Kerridge isn't playing as well. Josh Kelly and Rory Laird also miss out, as well as Jordan Rufford and Andrew Phillips. So that's his team there. Dylan Shields and Gav, good midfield coming there for Fennick, projected for 327. Hopefully Dangerfield doesn't have a very good game. He's projected for 80, probably the highest projected utility so far this year. But if we go to my team now, the Arse Kickers United, I've got Bruce at full forward, nothing. Come on, Brucey, mate. Buddy's at half forward at the moment. Sloan at utility. Sloan's been great lately. Gibbs in the midfield with Seb Ross. Both those didn't have their best weeks last week, so hopefully they pick up a bit this week. Jonathan Segler is in the ruck. At the moment, as a ruck, he's got 11 points for me. It's not quarter time yet, which is good. Dan the Man Hanbury at halfback. He has been also great. My utility in halfback, I can't complain the last few weeks. It's been really good for me, so appreciate it, boys. Keep it going. Scotty Thompson, the tackling machine, is back. Looking for his score, he's not even playing. And I've got Cyril Rioli as my loophole player. At the moment, Cyril has got 4 possessions, 1 goal and 1 tackle. So, let's see how it goes, but not much to choose from at the moment. Who I have not played, I've got the options of Zach Smith and Jack Viney. Also got Torres Dixon and Riscatelli had a good game last week. Brewsty, pick it up, Brewsty! Cyril tackle, win the ball, free kick, goal! Yes! Cyril's going to kick for goal. He's going to get utility. He's going to be my utility, you watch. Alright, Jonathan Patton, I'm not playing. No, he's going to play him. Suckling after his efforts in the ruck last week, he's not playing. Sam Lloyd's been good, 2 goals a game, but I'm not playing him this week. I've gone for Bruce, who's done nothing. Probably should have played him. And Charlie Cameron and Jimmy Bartel have been really good as well. So that's my team. I think I'm going to win, because I always think I'm going to win. Especially if Cyril kicks his goal. If he kicks his goal, I'm going to win. Yep, I'm going to win. There we go. Alright, so that's my team. Let's see what Coley thinks about the stats.
It's time for
Falcons versus Arse Kickers United. Stat of the game here is all about the number 3. The reason it's about number 3 is, I can't really remember because I think I was a 10-year-old, but Fennick has actually 3 premierships. The Falcons actually have 3 premierships. At the end of the day, they have 3 premierships. They actually also only have 3 wins this year. So, at the end of the day, Fennick has as many wins in 15 rounds as he does premierships. Somehow. So, stat of the game here, can Fennick get his 4th win against Arse Kickers? And because that's the only way he's ever going to win another premiership in my eyes. Stat of the game, Falcons, if they win, they've got another premiership in them. If they don't, it's all over for the Falcons this year and beyond.
Thanks, Coley. Once again, 327 to 323. Falcons predict to win, but I hope not. Another team. Now, this is the game of the year to date.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
40 points, they both sit on top of the ladder. A game clear of the next best. They have been the 2 best scoring sides, or pretty close to the 2 best scoring sides. They have been phenomenal. One of them doesn't even do his team. That's how phenomenal he has been. I'm talking about Renegades versus Rangers Anonymous. Renegades projected for 323. Rangers Anonymous projected for 335. Massive score. Massive score. Here welcomes back. Here comes Cyril again. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, let's have a look at it there. So, Renegades have got Josh Kennedy at their full forward and Tim Membry at half forward. Whether he wants to swap that around, I don't know. I think Steve thinks Membry's going to have a field day against Essendon. Probably will. I gave that stat about West Coast and North Melbourne, they're 1-on-1 defending. So, yeah, either way, he should be all right. He's got Big Mummy at utility against the Giants. Well, mind you, he hasn't got a loophole player. But Collingwood, sorry, he is the Giant. Big Mummy at utility and Jordan Lewis in the midfield. Jordan Lewis at the moment. Jordan Lewis, 4 kicks, 1 handball at quarter time. All right. Aaron Hall, after his big game last week for Stiffling utility spot, has gone to midfield. And big Stephen Martin, the game this is a revenge game for Steph. He got knocked out last time by Stephen May. He's going to be wanting to have a big game. Has been crap ever since. He's got the ruck spot for himself now. Bad trade, Coley. Got rid of him at the wrong time. But Steph Martin's back. And Zachy Merritt, half-back. He plays well every week. So it'll be good to see Zach Merritt maybe up against a Jack Stevens or Seb Ross this week. That'll be a good contest. He's got Daniel Richards, tackler at the moment. And Luke Hodge is his loophole. Hodgie at the moment, quarter time, 6 kicks, 2 handballs, 1 tackle. More than likely, Hodge is going to come in the midfield at the moment. Again, I say that. His options, he's got Brandon Ellis after his 50-point game last week, can only find a spot on the bench. And Matt Crouch, 91 as utility 2 weeks ago, is also on the bench. Walters is there. Lob wouldn't really play. And Trent Grove is the only other option you really got. Trent Grove, right now, I didn't say at the moment, you notice that? Trent Grove, where is he? Must be that far down. Oh, here he is. 2 kicks, 1 handball, 1 tackle, 1 hit out. Good ruckman. All right. So that's Renegades, projected for 323. Up against it this week against top of the ladder. Rangers Anonymous projected for 335. He has been inspired after his video montage we done for him a couple of weeks ago. He's gone with almost an unchanged lineup. A few different changes there. But he's got the same forward line in Jesse Hogan and Taylor Walker. Full forward and half forward. Taylor Walker against Carl MCG, where famously he done his knee 3 years ago. Joel Selwood, hopefully, knock on wood, you don't do your knee again, Taylor, I hope not. Joel Selwood in at utility tomorrow night against Sydney. Always plays well down the Cattery. Matty Boyd, what a great midfielder. He was one of the last pick this year, and he still kills it. He welcomes back Dane Zorko in the midfield. Sean Hass in the ruck, and he's got Nathan Jones as halfback. Obviously, Nathan Jones is probably a better halfback than Dane Zorko, the way they're playing. Liam Shields is a tackler. Liam Shields right now has got 1 tackle, 1 free kick against. So that's a bit down. He does average 27 as a tackle, which is awesome. Now, and Sammy Mitchell is his loophole player. Sammy Mitchell started the game on 5, but since he had 3 possessions in the first 2 minutes, but now he's only got 4 possessions to quarter time. So obviously he's caught the tag since the first 5 minutes of the game. So he's got 4 points. So Sammy Mitchell's a loophole player. So yeah, what we got? The players that aren't playing, we've got Ivan Marriage dropped. Well, Brendan Goddard didn't there pick. Jeffy Garlett played up in Darwin against Fremantle at TIO. Jack Critz, he wasn't going to get a game. The big one that's missing, probably Toby Green. He's been really good lately after the bye, but Toby Green doesn't get the run because he's got this better side in. Toby Green normally was on the interchange anyway, but he's almost got a full team to choose from. So it's a hard choice for Kenner. He's actually got a really good side. Tom Sky's the other one that misses out there. So that's that game. Top of the table clash. Winner, guaranteed final spot. Cannot get knocked out. Loser, well, mathematically they probably will still make it, but you finish on top, you guarantee your money back. So that's what it's all about. Whoever wins this, 3 games ago, will be a game clear on top of the ladder. So really, really good that one there. So, yeah, well done there. So 323 Renegades, 335 Rangers. What a great game, boys. What a great game. So there we go. So that's the game.
It's time for
Renegades versus Rangers. This game's so good, I'm going to go with 2 stats of the game. The first stat of the game here is these teams have combined for 14 Anthony Hudson, one more than 13, 14 times over 335 this season. That's unbelievable. Some teams like the Rollers have barely got there once. Second stat of the game for this one, because it's such a blockbuster, last time these 2 sides met, they combined for 692 points. Now, again, for the Rollers, that's probably about 4 weeks' worth. So 692. Stat of the game. This is going to be a barn burner. May the best team win.
All right, thanks, Coley. Yeah. I reckon Wrangel's going to go clear on top. Unbelievable if someone doesn't do his team. But anyway, there it is. Round 16. Four games go after this one. Lockouts tomorrow night. The full lockout. Let's go. And Hawthorn, lift your game. Just so you know, Hawthorn at the moment, the score is 19-21 to Port Adelaide. Come on, Hawks. All right. See you guys.
Could you give me 40 seconds? I can't really do too many stats. I've got a couple of stats coming up, though.